The winds are to the northeast, so it blows it up over northern Japan and then out to sea and into the trade winds. And the good news is a lot of these isotopes are heavy, so it's hard for them to get picked up and get carried high into the atmosphere and make it across. So that's good news. But everybody's asking the question, why has Japan built 51 high-tech reactors on major fault lines and major tsunami lines? They get hit by typhoons. In the Pacific, they're called typhoons. In the Atlantic, they're called hurricanes. They get going a lot faster in the Pacific because it's bigger. Typhoon can go 250. Hurricane only 200. They get hit by typhoons. They are in one of the biggest hot spots, arguably the hottest spot in the world, Japan. That's why they have wooden houses made out of paper, because they don't like, the house falling on them. So, that's what's going on there. Why then did Japan do this? Well, Japan doesn't have any oil. Japan doesn't have any coal to speak of. They've got to go nuclear. And they made the decision to do it. And I think it's crazy that not only did they build it in an earthquake fault line zone, the whole country's a fault. I mean, why do you think Japan's there? It was driven up by tectonic activity. By the way, I've got other reports here. Japan has moved 8 feet. The axis of the Earth has moved 4 inches. Japan moved, to the west 8 feet. They're reporting it moved up 7 inches. Wonder how the Himalayas got there. That's when the subcontinent of India slammed into the larger continent of Asia. So you've got that going on. So it's moved up 7 inches, moved west 8 feet. The Earth has changed its axis by 4 inches, the GPS shows. This is a big earthquake. To give you a perspective, a 10 on the Richter scale is lava shooting several thousand feet in the air, tectonic plates breaking up, end of the world type stuff, okay? I mean, a 9.1 is just super, super devastating. And the Japanese are tough, engineering folks, probably because they live under such stress and in such a dangerous environment. And so this is what they're facing. And again, volcanoes are waking back up there and erupting in the south of the country. Everybody's got to be praying for these folks. And I'm not trying to scare people with the radiation fallout. It's just that our government lets our troops use DU, even though they know it's a death sentence. So they don't care about us. And here's an illustration of that. Remember Bob Barr's group suing over it, Congress threatening to sue over it? Congress, the elected government, for over a year has been demanding the records from the naked body scanners, which the New York Times reported is 20 times to 50 plus, depending on which unit they have. There's 2 different systems. The radiation they'd claimed, they're violating OSHA law. No radiation tests are being done monthly as they're supposed to be. There's no radiation badges. The employees aren't warned, the TSA, who stand there all day. Now they're coming out with super high-powered chest X-ray machines in Australia to look for breast bombs. They're talking about full-body X-ray of chest X-rays in the U.S. They're now rolling out on the highways of the U.S. super high-powered TSA systems where they have families, this is on the news, drive under systems that shoot through metal. They make a chest X-ray look tame. Now, a doctor, a dentist, they got to hide behind a lead wall. And they put lead over your privates. Not in the airport. These guys sit there frying like eggs. And the system just doesn't care. Here's USA Today dealing with radiation. TSA to retest airport body scanners for radiation. For more than a year, they've refused to give Congress the readings. You want to know why? TSA officials have repeatedly assured the public and lawmakers that the machines have passed all inspections. The agency review of maintenance records, launched December 10th, came only after USA Today and lawmakers called for the release of the records last year. Congress over a year ago, actually, early 2010. Turns out they were lying, and this is what TSA has not released the records. They're saying, yes, It's 10 times higher the radiation than we thought, but we're not going to release that. We're just telling you, trust us, we're going to retest. They're going to do kangaroo test. These poor TSA workers may enjoy the power trips, but you're not going to enjoy the testicular cancer and the breast cancer because it will fry the hormone-heavy tissues that are more susceptible to cancer and near the surface. TSA, again, Transportation Security Administration announced. They announced last Friday as well that they are above the law and strip searching in public is okay. Really, cops can't do it. It's against, they just say they can do it. We don't need any radiation testing. We don't need any laws. We're God. We don't follow the Bill of Rights. Well, a congressman can't break the law. The president can't. Why can you? Oh, because you say so. And now they're setting up checkpoints on highways. It's a federal goon power grab. The Transportation Administration announced Friday that it would reset every full-body X-ray scanner that emits ionizing radiation. The 247 machines at 38 airports after maintenance records of some of the devices showed radiation levels 10 times higher than expected. Oh, here's the London Independent. U.S. troops showing a 4-fold increase in birth defects in their children, a 12 to 15-time increase in Iraqi children from depleted uranium, and the British Medical Journal has confirmed in their own study. But they don't care. And when the troops are dying and their kids are dying, the system doesn't care. Now, do you think when the radiation from these reactors blowing up sky high like Chernobyl hits the west coast of the U.S., that's landfall, we're in the zone, do you think the media that licks government boots is going to tell you? No. They're going to go out, roll their kids out in strollers for the radiation and worship it and thank it because they love being schmucks. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used Pure Soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
You know, I knew I was forgetting something last hour, and that was telling folks to get potassium iodate. Because if all 6 of those plants go down, and the first place that the jet stream and the trade winds below it make landfall is the west coast of the U.S. and Canada, people should be taking potassium iodate. And to show how I'm always giving advice, and I got flashlights and a 3-year supply of food and guns, dug around this weekend, couldn't find the potassium iodate that I've given friends and family over the years. I know it's somewhere in my garage or in storage, and I'm not going to start taking it unless more of the plants blow up, or they won't be able to totally cover it up if higher levels of radiation hit. It should be in the next day or so we find out on the West Coast. So we got to watch that. I want to go to your phone calls, the number to join us. We hadn't opened the phone system up yet when I gave it out 15 minutes ago. It's open now. If you want to try to call, 877-789-ALEX, 877-789-ALEX. If you want to get up and on the air. Don, Habu, and others, we're going to be going to you here in a moment. And I'm also going to get into some of the economic developments, big developments in Libya and North Africa later in the hour. But right now, let's go to Don in Michigan. Don, first caller of the day. Welcome.
Hey, Alex. Good to talk to you again.
Good to talk to you. What's on your mind?
Well, I just want to, you're talking about the government's not going to tell you what's going on or what's coming to you. The sad thing is, I was in Desert Storm in 91, and even when I read the Stars and Stripes, the sad thing is I even was skeptical about everything they were saying. And, you know, you feel like you're doing right for your country, and I was proud to serve. You know, I was glad for what I was doing.
Well, you wouldn't believe that the people running the government would do something like that.
Well, but I always had it, even then I had it in the back of my mind. And I've only been following you for the last couple of years thanks to a friend at work. And just to info you, PrisonPlanet.tv member, and I've given out about 800, pushing 800 DVDs right now. But my point is, people just have to wake up. I talked to somebody at work the other day, and I have the new iPhone, like you said. You know, everything's used for something. But I just had to laugh because this guy was showing me how he had apps for a canned air horn and apps for this. And my apps are GCN and your show. And, you know, lucky for me, I get to listen to it every day. I feel like I'm missing something if I don't because I can't stand not knowing what's going on. But I guess my biggest point is people actually literally still trust in the government and thinking everything is going to be okay. And I keep trying to tell people, you know, I'm buying food. You know, I'm just doing the little, not little things, they're big things. And you're going to see how big they are when you need them. But I just wish people would really wake up. And one thing I wanted to point out that scares me the most, I don't fear collapse in the concept of the collapse. I fear it for the laziness and the unintelligent people that when it does happen, it's not going to be like a band of people grouping together like you would see in other countries.
No, it's going to be a dangerous horde, at least some people, of zombies. Whenever you watch Black Friday, you know, where people don't have any sales tax day, there's always riots and death and stomping over discounts. And remember, 90% of people were self-sufficient and rural during the Great Depression, and around 7 million starved to death. Major university studies estimate. Imagine 90% not being self-sufficient. It's the opposite today in being urban. It's a dangerous recipe, but that's what the Second Amendment is there for, Don, is to protect us from the zombie hordes. The problem is the government is going to organize them, you know, the gimmies, into a group of people as society does unravel. And look at the Japanese. 2 days into this, they're already running out of food and water. They're not prepared. And the only thing that's constant is disasters, is problems. People never believe it when they have an earthquake or a flood or a wildfire. They never want to believe it. Don, good to hear from you. Habu and others, your phone calls are straight ahead, 877-789-ALEX, 877-789-2539. And we will go to your phone calls on the other side of this quick break. And we're going to continue to break down all the big developments happening in Japan and how serious is the radiation cloud coming towards the western coast of the United States from Japan. Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at INFOWARS.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.